up on Fulton today, the Fulton County Sheriff gets up close and personal with county youth. We'll tell you why. And Fulton residents get to the polls early to cast ballots in the general election. Fulton Today is next.
From the Government Center in downtown Atlanta, you're watching Fulton Today with Shania Chavis.
Welcome to Fulton Today, everybody. I'm Shania Chavis. The Fulton County Sheriff puts the spotlight on young people. It's all in an effort to help them to succeed and stay out of the justice system. FGTV's Priscilla Ortega has the story on what the hype is all about.
Students ages 11 to 17 from local schools and churches took part in the 5th annual HYPE conference. HYPE stands for Helping Our Youth Prosper and Evolve. Representatives from the justice system, health services, and education offered sessions for both youth and parents.
Get an adequate, good education. It is free.
And youth organizations like the Young Generation Movement were also there. It's designed to empower youth and help them become better role models and leaders in their communities.
Our logo, pull your pants up, put your guns down, man. Stop this community violence.
The sessions included everything from education and health to the consequences of bad behavior.
If you have a disagreement in school, who settles it? Teacher. Now, if you get in trouble out there in the street, who settles it? The law. That's right.
According to the Children's Defense Organization, a child is arrested every 21 seconds in this country. It's a statistic that the Fulton County Sheriff wants to help eliminate through programs like HYPE.
We found as part of our youth intervention program that we were dealing with youth with bad behavior, and we decided let's do something for those with good behavior that could go bad and educate them so that they don't.
And for many youth, it appears to be working.
Really, Young Generation Movement is a group of community activists. We advocate and empower the youth to become positive role models and leaders.
Now, if you'd like to find out more information about the Sheriff's Youth Intervention Project, contact the Community Outreach Unit at 404-612-3562. Reporting for FGTV, I'm Priscilla Ortega.
From the battlefield in Afghanistan to the streets of Fulton County, four-legged veterans are working to keep you safe. The sheriff's K-9 officer, Zoom, is a veteran of the Afghanistan war.
Zoom's personality and his demeanor is amazing. He's very gentle, he's very loving, he's very quiet, he's subdued, he's very calm. But on the other hand, he's real aggressive when he's working. He's very determined, very motivated.
He was also recently named top dog in the Man Tracker Detection Dog Competition earlier this year. Zoom was deputized during a ceremony with Sheriff Ted Jackson last year after completing 9 weeks of training. He is the partner of Sheriff's Deputy Adam Garner and an official member of his family.
My favorite thing about Zoom is he is my partner and my friend, and he lives with me. That's my favorite thing about the dog. He's just wonderful. I can't even describe it. I've been a police officer almost 20 years, and he's literally the best partner I've ever had.
The 6-year-old black Labrador Retriever specializes in explosive detection, a skill he picked up during his 3 tours of duty with Marines in Afghanistan.
He's been around gunfire, he's been around the Taliban and the insurgents, he's been around bombing and explosions. He's been around all those things. So that experience that he gained is just priceless. And for him to come back over here and be able to work in an urban environment or a downtown environment like we're in, he's able to do his job around all the noise that's downtown Atlanta, the fire trucks, the ambulances, the sirens, the police officer in the middle of the intersection blowing his whistle, all the commotion and the chaos that's going on in downtown Atlanta. It doesn't affect him in the least. It's amazing.
Zoom is not the only military veteran with the sheriff's office. His colleague, Duke, is also a former Marine dog. The military has donated 3 K-9 officers to the sheriff's office in the last 3 years. Fulton residents get a little social this election season. FGTV's Jolene Butts-Freeman has the story on the Post the Peach campaign.
Early voting got off to a good start in the county with more than 2,200 citizens casting their ballots on the first day, with many voters taking part in the Post the Peach social media campaign. It's all part of a statewide campaign to draw younger voters to the polls.
People could take pictures of themselves, vote after they voted, and then tag their friends, challenge them to vote. It's a way to raise awareness and also to increase voter turnout during early voting.
Here's how it works. If you cast your ballot before October 31st, you are encouraged to take a selfie wearing your I'm a Georgia Voter Peach sticker and post it on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. That means your picture could go viral across the state.
Any county in the state can participate. There were about 5 or 6 counties that organized the campaign, came up with the slogan, but we are participating with all of the counties. We shared the campaign with everyone in the state.
In addition, using Post a Peach as a voting incentive, the county also expanded voting locations and times.
We're the only county in the state that offers Sunday voting on both Sundays. There are about 6 or 7 other counties that are going to offer Sunday voting on one other Sunday.
Election officials say the extended early voting times and locations also helps make Election Day run a lot smoother. Sample ballots are available on the Registration and Elections website. You can also get questions answered about voting locations, ID requirements, and absentee ballots. Reporting for FGTV, I'm Jolene Butts-Freeman.
Thank you, Jolene. Now, here's a reminder about the major campaign underway to help feed hundreds of county families. Members are asking for your help to fill 50 barrels with enough non-perishable food to feed about 285 families this year. So far, the donations for the Campaign to Fight Hunger competition are a bit slow coming in.
Well, we selected this initiative and we selected to make it a competition because we believe that this will be the best way to gather the needs and items required to ensure that we have a successful campaign.
Now, the deadline to fill the barrels to help the Atlanta Food Bank is November 7th. For more information on how to help, you can contact Reginald Crossley. Fulton celebrates the 42nd anniversary of the Clean Water Act with a proclamation to the county's water resources team.
Now therefore be it resolved that the Board of Commissioners of Fulton County commends the Division of Water Resources for its continued dedication and public service, and hereby proclaim the week of October 20th through 24th, 2014 as Clean Water Week 2014 for Fulton County, Georgia. Let's give this department a wonderful round of applause.
Each year, Water Resources celebrates the Clean Water Act by reminding residents about the importance of clean drinking water and the safe collection of wastewater. The county operates several wastewater treatment plants and conducts environment sessions and seminars for residents throughout the year.
I'm so proud of my staff and all 265 of them that we pursue the excellence in what we do. We provide City Center Fulton County with wastewater collection and wastewater treatment 24/7, 365 days a year.
Water Resources has received numerous awards for its outstanding programs and services on both the state and national level. And still to come on Fulton Today, seniors celebrate an important anniversary in style. It's a part of our district-by-district coverage next.
You're watching Fulton Today.
A summit for young men teaches them how to interact with law enforcement, and young leaders from North Fulton get a one-on-one tour of Fulton County with their very own commissioner. Here's this week's district-by-district coverage. We begin with District 1 and the Chairman's Male Summit at Best Academy. Commissioner John Eves and the county's Office of Children and Youth hosted the gathering. The forum was for young men to listen and talk about recent events of violence against African American men and the proper way to handle incidents with law enforcement.
Too many of our young men are victims of crime and victims of criminal activity, and we want to make sure that they are they are equipped with good information, and then they survive. And so we were here, ground central here at Best Academy, an all-male school here in Northwest Atlanta, and great dialogue, great information that was shared with the young men here at the school.
Our students actually took away a concept of which was needed, I believe, public compliance, how to interact, the positive exchanges they need to have with police officers and people in authority. But I believe most importantly, the civil discourse that we've been experiencing as of late, it was good for us to be able to vet some of those intense emotions while at the same time being able to talk through what was important.
Best Academy is in the Atlanta public school system. The all-male school opened in 2007. District 3 Commissioner Liz Hausman hosts the newest young class of Leadership Johns Creek. The group of students visited the Fulton County Government Center in downtown Atlanta to learn firsthand more about their government services. The commissioner addressed the group in the very assembly hall where she and her colleagues handle business every other week.
Well, as young people are trying to determine their path in life, I think it's very important for them to understand the functions and roles that their local government and their state government plays in their life and in our community as they mature. And so we're very pleased to have these students come down and see firsthand how their county government works.
I never really realized how much of a collaborative effort it is between the House of Representatives and the Senate, everyone in the government house, and how it really takes every single part for it to be meaningful to what goes on.
The group's mission is to develop, energize, and activate community leaders in Johns Creek by providing insight into the interactions with city, business, and government executives to affect positive change. In District 5, the annual Dancing Divas and a Dude recital at the Darnell Multipurpose Facility is once again a big hit. The weeks of practice for the senior participants paid off as they performed for their audience. The recital was sponsored by the Friends of Darnell as a means to offset costs for other senior programs. The dancers look forward to the performance every year.
The more you stay active, the longer you'll live, the more you'll be able to live in place. Being physically fit and being a part of the Divas, they are definitely physically fit because it takes all kind of energy, physical energy, mental energy to put on a 2-hour show, the magnitude of which we had tonight.
The program of Fulton County in the area of senior adult services is really reflected in this wonderful concert by the Dancing Divas and Dudes because it shows that it is our belief that the real test of the civility of any community is how it treats its seniors in the twilight of life and its children in the dawn of life.
There are dozens of senior programs for residents to participate in. You can contact the STARLine for more information. In District 6, it's an evening in black and white at the Royal Peacock at the Mills Senior Facility. Participants in their semi-formal black and white attire celebrated the 12th anniversary of the facility. The event allowed the seniors who enjoy the county-run venue to revel in the joy that they've experienced over the years.
It's important because seniors like to party, number one. Number two, they like to dance, and so this gives them an opportunity to get out and get sociable and plus get some exercising going, because if you notice, they like doing the electric slide. So it's really good for them to get out and do some exercising.
This type of event is important for our seniors because it gives them an opportunity to come out, fellowship, and dance and have fun. But more importantly, it gives us an opportunity to raise additional funds to provide services within Fulton County.
The evening in black and white was hosted by the Friends of Mills. And still to come, celebrating diabetes awareness one meal at a time. We'll explain.
You're watching Fulton Today.
As we enter Diabetes Awareness Month, a coalition dedicated to educating the public on the debilitating disease, they speak out. FGTV's Lynn Vaughn has the story.
The county provides frequent health screenings, nutrition classes, and conducts awareness campaigns to help citizens recognize and learn to combat diabetes.
Diabetes is a problem for all metro Atlantis, and the biggest problem is that there are people now walking around with type 2 diabetes and they don't know it, right? So for every 3 people with diabetes, let's say in Fulton, one of those people, one of those adults, generally speaking, don't know they have type 2 diabetes.
Each November, there's an extra emphasis nationwide on the disease to mark National Diabetes Awareness Month. This year, health professionals are stressing the importance of healthy eating. The Diabetes Community Action Coalition of Fulton County has several recommendations.
What we recommend for the Diabetes Community Action Coalition is that you don't skip meals. Power up with breakfast.
The coalition also recommends eating foods like whole grain bread as opposed to white or even wheat bread, and eating an orange rather than just drinking orange juice. It recommends you exercise by taking a brisk walk twice a day for at least 15 minutes. And Fulton's senior centers also have programs to keep people moving. And go to the doctor if you notice symptoms of diabetes, including increased thirst and hunger, going to the bathroom more frequently, fatigue, depression, or tingling in the hands or feet. You can go to dcacfulton.org for more information. I'm Lynn Vaughn, FGTV.
Thanks, Lynn. Health professionals all across the country are working to raise awareness on another disease, Alzheimer's. November is National Alzheimer's Awareness Month, but all year long, county health clinicians visit county senior centers to give warning signs for the condition.
There's no cure for Alzheimer's disease, but the symptoms are treatable, and some of those symptoms may include depression, anxiety, wandering, mood swings, personality changes. All of those types of symptoms can be treated in our community mental health clinics. Behavioral health has community mental health clinics throughout the county that provide psychiatric services and assist people who are experiencing psychiatric symptoms.
According to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, more than 5 million Americans are living with Alzheimer's. Symptoms typically appear after the age 60. Health clinicians recommend you exercise your brain by being physically active, playing games, and socializing. Senior centers host events like this every day. For more information on events geared towards seniors, you can call the STARLine at 404-613-6000. And speaking of, seniors get tested on everything from cholesterol to osteoporosis at a free health event at a county senior center. Nurses from Northside Hospital set up several health stations at the Benson Senior Facility. It was a one-stop shop for seniors looking to get screened in a variety of areas.
Well, we start with cholesterol screening, where we take the patient's blood. It can be fasting or non-fasting, and we check their cholesterol, their blood sugar levels. Then they work their way around the room. The next station is going to be blood pressure, which is a really important station to check to see how their blood pressure is doing.
I came out because I always am looking for ways to get my health checked. And when they have things like this, I always want to support the Benson Center when they do things like this.
Seniors were also tested for hearing loss, body fat analysis, their risk of coronary heart disease, and sleep disorders. The CDC says regular health tests can find problems early when your chances for treatment are better. And still to come on Fulton Today, exploring rhythm and sound. We'll explain.
You're watching Fulton Today.
Ever heard the expression, timing is everything? Well, that is proving to be true for one visual art showcase. The Timing exhibit at the Southwest Art Center explores and interprets rhythm and sound. Music is one of the main elements showcased in the pieces. The free exhibit gives a visual understanding of what timing is and how it affects life.
I want them to look at this visual exhibition. I want them to see that visual exhibitions are a lot more than just pretty pictures, that artists are actually dealing with elements of life and understanding, trying to provide a means of communication visually. And I want patrons and anyone that comes in to, you know, just look a little deeper into visual exhibitions and visual art in itself.
8 artists worked on the exhibit. It runs until November 7th at the Southwest Arts Center. And finally, registration is winding down for Fulton's basketball and cheerleading programs. The Department of Parks and Recreation's program is very popular. Many of the age groups in the program have advanced to state tournaments. The program is for children ages 4 to 17. Registration is also open for the cheerleading program.
And they will experience the fun and excitement similar to a high school game. They'll be cheering for the youth boys basketball teams during the weekdays and on Saturdays at our various gyms. Welcome All Park, Sandtown, and Burdett Gym.
I think it's a really good program in our community. It's a good outlet for kids other than schools, and I think you'll gain more experience because it's more one-on-one, and it's more of a teamwork setting versus competition.
You can register this week at Burdett Park, Sandtown Park, Welcome All Park, and Cliftondale Park. You will need to provide proof that you live in Fulton County and a copy of the birth certificate. And coming up on Fulton Today next week, Fulton's emergency and health leaders host a major Ebola preparedness event. The tabletop experience gave frontline emergency and health professionals a chance to practice what they hope will never become reality. And before we go, our reminder that we'd like to hear from you about the stories and programs here on FGTV. Email us at fgtv.feedback@fultoncountyga.gov. You can also follow us on twitter.com/FGTV, find us on Facebook, and watch us on YouTube. Well, that does it for this edition of Fulton Today. I'm Shania Chavis. Thank you for joining us. Join us each week for news around and about Fulton County.